The story begins 10 years ago. I started a company called Qbix. And it's essentially the theme of Qbix is building blocks, okay? Helps you to create your own website. And I'll let this play for like 30 seconds just to show you like where.
Ever wanted to release your own app to help unite your community? Help them attend your events, check in, and take attendance? What if they could help give rides to one another to help get to and from your events? And then they can meet people, connect over common interests, and add them to their contacts. They could keep in touch long after your events have ended, leading to an extended online community of engaged members. We can help integrate all of this into your existing website or mobile app. You can even have people connect with one another by video on your own site without Zoom or anything to download. You can customize their experience under your brand, and people can upload their photos and customize exactly how they want their profile to look. So they get to feel a sense of belonging in your community without you spending a ton on marketing and events. They can set up their interests, they can scan each other's QR codes, and even earn credits for inviting their friends, both on social networks as well as on private address books, to help grow your community's participation. You can even integrate payments right in the app so it generates money for you. Set up teachers, administrators, and other roles, and work with us to customize the app for your community's needs.
We need an admin web console where we can designate users as teachers. Admin for us supersedes the community issue, like people not being able to privacy, people not being able to see. That was more of just getting rid of the dating aspect of it.
Yeah. As you have the information and change information, the QR code changes as well.
Well, yes and no. The QR code is actually your user ID that is signed cryptographically. So that's all it is.
All of these features, which by the way, it does look very nice, all the stuff that you incorporated already, but when you are finished with these extra features, right, you're going to do an accessibility check on your own first, right, to see where we stand. Am I correct?
Of course.
I like the phone. It looks good. Oh, you put the contact us in. Yeah. Right. So we're done. We're done with Milestone 2.
By the way, we wanted to keep your logo simple and recognizable, okay, and unique. So that is us putting together web sites that are essentially online communities.
Right. Yeah, I don't think you showed this to me the last time. But I think what we were talking about, like this is already like out there in the wild, and Intercoin was going to kind of like piggyback off this, if I remember correct.
That's correct. So
Okay.
I'm going to get to Intercoin in a second. I just wanted to show you. So next, we made this clean website about 2 months ago. Okay, it's got all the sections.
Yep.
And
Yep.
How do you like the design, by the way? Does it look clean?
It definitely pops a lot more than I don't remember us exactly reviewing Qbix, but this definitely looks much more modern. Everything that I can read is like crystal clear. It looks like whoever it is that you had working on it, I don't know if that was yourself, but like as far as like the pixel density and all that stuff, everything looks right.
Perfect. I love to hear that. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's little touches like blue, green, red, and yellow. Okay. These are the primary colors.
Yeah, I see that. And I like that. You did that, the icon. It looks like you did a little play off the icon there.
Exactly. Yep. Every one of these is supposed to have its own thing. So if I, for example, go to investors, it's green.
I like
so
it.
You know where you are, you know? And if I go to developers, you'll see that it's red. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
yeah. So basically the whole site is clean, color coded, and so this is blue communities.
Right, right.
So then next, if you're a community, you could find out what's, there's another video. I'll play like 30 seconds of this, and then I'll tell you where, I'll show you an example of our apps. Here you go.
Okay.
Imagine reaching out to your customers, members, and alumni and telling them you've launched an extended community, helping connect them with each other on their own time, around their own interests. Imagine if they can sign up in one click with no forms to fill out. Imagine if they connected their address book and started inviting their friends, earning tokens in your app. Imagine if they could pay for your online classes and events using Apple Pay or Google Play right in their browser, and earn group discounts for bringing new guests. Why pay for marketing if your own members do it for you? Why chase people down for membership fees when the app can help automate it? You don't need to imagine. We help our customers do this every day. We start with your existing community and schedule a consultation with you to understand your brand and your business. We produce a roadmap for how to turn your website, page, or channel into a thriving community. We build your entire app for you, help you maintain it, and coach you on how to release it in the App Store and Google Play. Admins, events, video conferencing, memberships, payments, leaderboards, even group rides. People can meet in person or online. We help everyone stay in touch without scanning a ton of business cards. Want to find out more? Tell us about your organization, and let's talk about how we can get you to the next level.
So that's the value proposition.
Yep.
Qbix lets you do that. Now we have users around the world, which you see here. I built this visualization to show people around the world and their reviews. And so this is just one of the many components Qbix has, is visualizations like this. Okay. Now let's go take a look, and there are testimonials also from clients, which you can play. Now let's look at some websites that we've built with Qbix. Here's a website for Andrew Yang. Here's events. For each event, you could see who's going. You can add them to your contacts. You could also go ahead and even call them, even chat with them. So I'm going to call them just to show you what it looks like to call someone.
Okay.
And so, for example, I could switch to having, oh, 1 second. Yeah, that's the speakers. I can have a an avatar like this. This is me.
Very cool.
Okay, so you could have an avatar like that.
Okay.
Also, you could just have your regular camera like that.
Okay.
So you could even have a show where you're essentially live streaming to your Facebook audience or your YouTube audience. All of it is done and all of it is ready to go. So that is Qbix. We've spent, I would say at this point, over $1 million and 10 years to create this this operating system. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So we call it the social operating system, or the community operating system. And so it's usable for creating anything. In this case, what you're seeing here is a political campaign.
Okay.
And we have events, we have people, and so on. Now let's switch gears and look at a podcast. Here's a podcast called Free Talk Live. Same
Okay.
engine, different vertical, different type of customer. They have a 3-hour show every day. You can play the show.
This is the Onion News Network.
Okay.
Yes.
Since it's a
Okay.
3-hour show, their community can go ahead and create clips of the show. Then they can, once they have created a clip, the next thing they would do is, well, you have to log in first. So everything also works with Web3.
Okay.
And I'm about to get to Intercoin, but so Web3 is this. This is the MetaMask, for example, wallet. Now that I'm logged in, I have I have 113 credits that I can spend on things like creating clips of a show. Okay. Any content that I create costs me credits.
Right.
Anytime that my stuff is upvoted, or if I call into the show, that costs me credits. If I try to reach out to someone, that costs me credits. So you can already see how internally, you know, I can buy credits or I can earn them by inviting friends.
Okay.
Essentially, these credits are an accounting system that the community can use in order to encourage people to buy things with their credit card, or, you know, buy subscriptions. So I could
Okay.
literally buy this right now. Let me just try it, actually. Curious what happens. Similarly, I can do this. See how easy that was? So that was buying with my credit card. Another thing I could do is buy with Web3. So the way that works with Web3 is essentially I would be buying with Ethereum or buying with USDT. Okay.
Okay.
But so money comes in, and then we have payouts. So if you are a teacher or you're some sort of a provider of services on this community platform, people will pay you directly. And that's another thing that Web3 provides us. With Qbix, all these credits are contained within a database.
Okay.
So the thing with that is, if they're in a database, like for example, here is FTL. Okay. All of these credits, which I'm in the local machine, but I can actually go here into this live machine and go ahead and look at the credits, and look at that. I've got everyone's balances in the database. Okay. So these people have got 20 credits, someone's got 1 credit, and so on. The problem is I have full control, right? I can go ahead and change anyone's balance right here. I can make them a millionaire, right? Or I could take away their credits. That's not a really good way to trust a community, right, being run. Right? So that's the problem with Web 2. And, you know, similar things like voting. Like if I am on a Stack Overflow site, you know about Stack Overflow, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So let's say that I'm on the site, and, you know, they regularly have some elections of moderators. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So like, but think about this. They have a database too. And theoretically, someone could just go in and make themselves the winner of the election.
Right.
They can change all the votes. So whenever your community starts to actually do things with money or votes, or essentially anything that translates into value, okay?
Yep.
It's fine when it's like $1,000 total. Like the
Mhm.
entire community has a value of $1,000 across everybody.
Right.
But, you know, if your election leads to the mayor of the city that can then approve projects, right?
Right.
Or it leads
Yeah.
to the president of a company, or if simply there's a lot of money under management because this is a two-sided marketplace of students and teachers, and, you know, students have put in $20 million.
Yeah.
And we're paying out 10 million to teachers, right? Who's holding on to those credits that decide where they go, right?
Yep.
So that is where Intercoin comes in. Okay, so everything I've been showing you now is done, and it works. And as you can see, it's relatively user-friendly. I would argue it's even easier and simpler than Facebook, right?
It's very straightforward. I have absolutely no confusion. I mean, I understand what you're doing and what you're trying to present here, but there's no confusion on my side. I have some questions, but I'll keep letting you do what you do.
I'm going to pause for a minute before I go into Intercoin. Ask me whatever questions you have.
Okay.
And, yeah.
And this is more just coming from, I just want to get an understanding of what Qbix is. So this is already something that's out there in the wild and like has X amount of users that are using this already, or?
That's true.
Okay.
Both of my companies, Qbix and Intercoin, have spent years and a lot of money,
Okay.
but mostly time,
Okay.
to create these general purpose operating systems, if you
Okay.
will. Okay. These operating systems have reusable components. Like this one is like a avatar, right? Or this one is a login process, right? So you can log in. Simple as that. So all of these things, right? Forgot password. Like all of these are reusable things across all sites.
Right.
And it just works out of the box.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So if I was just some individual that stumbled across Qbix, I can actually go online, sign up, purchase coins, start doing everything that you did in that workflow, like no problem.
Exactly.
Okay.
If you're a regular user, you can come in here, you could change your name, you can upload a photo. All of these things took us years to create,
Yeah, I get it. Yep.
you know, but here we go. And then I upload this photo and boom, that's what that photo is, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it also gets uploaded here as well. So it's in real time, everything. I'll do one more photo. Let's say I do this one here, okay, with the overlay. I just took it from Facebook. So you see it showed up over here too. Okay.
So did you just develop like your own payment gateway, or are you using like a third party?
We're using a third party.
Okay.
What we've developed is everything that the web browser allows you to do, including the video conferencing, which you saw,
Right.
okay,
Right.
is being done completely through the web.
Okay.
Okay. So nothing, so all of these things, now these being pulled from YouTube because the show happens to save its videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's,
But
I get it. Yep.
you know, but the show's about to start at 7 p.m. over here. You could call into the show. That's one way to do it, right? Through Skype, you know, or whatever, right?
Right.
Whatever's your web browser works with. Or you could call into the show using the web browser. So this thing is frozen right now. It's crazy. I don't know why. I think it's
Okay.
launching Skype.
Okay.
There we go. But if I press this button here, I'll show you two other features and then move on to Intercoin.
Yeah.
This here, okay, this little button here is
Yeah.
for beta testers.
Okay.
Okay. So this is where people, the admins ask questions and the beta tester gives answers. So if I don't like this answer, right, I could delete it and then I could write a different answer. The site is really coming along, guys. Great job, right? And then you save the answer and boom, there it is.
Okay.
Okay. So this is my experience as a regular user, not a host, not an admin.
Mhm.
I log in and again, I could call in into the show. So right now I'm not calling to the show because the show's not live,
Right.
you know, but I could talk to other people. And my point simply is that everything you see here is enabled by your web browser.
Okay.
Okay. So it's all web technology and it runs on your site. And the value proposition is rather than being among thousands of other tweets and channels and just sites that encourage you to have ADD,
Right.
right?
A bunch of noise.
A bunch of noise. Instead of that, you go ahead and you have control. This is your site. So you're not going to advertise your competitors on your site.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So that's the idea. And so we're moving away from the zero sum model of advertising, which is big tech, Google, Facebook. They make both sides advertise to try to get customers from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And the platform gets the money. Here, it's a completely different model. They pay us and they have their own site. Okay. So that's Qbix. Now, what I wanted to say is that we've built it, but we have yet to go to mass market. Okay. At scale. So we've had maybe like 7 to 10 different clients and they've paid us money to create websites for them.
Okay.
Okay. However, these websites are high ticket price items at the moment. They're not like mass market. Okay. So for example, here's Government Blockchain Association. This director right here gave us a testimonial. And one other last thing is that each time you invite people or you take a look at who they are, you can have different roles. Like, for example, a guest or a member or someone who can manage the calendars, right? So I can go ahead and invite people by also at the same time assigning them roles. Okay. So that's something that I can track who invited whom. I can reward people with currency, stuff like that. Okay. So this is our team for Qbix. It's black, and I'm going to just write Okay, so so basically I just told one of our developers like,
Yeah.
yes.
That's what I'm used to, that side.
That side. This is, by the way, what I did right now is not technically the best way. Like what I should be doing is going to our project tracker, right?
Yeah,
And
creating a
this is our,
ticket,
what's that?
going through.
Creating a ticket, exactly. So like that, you know it, like all of this stuff, right?
Right.
So that's what I would have to do. All
Yep.
right. In fact, or whatever, just copy, paste this thing. Okay, please fix, and then this way I can say name of community, description, keywords, etc. Okay, please make metadata for sharing on Facebook, etc. Okay. Yeah, it seems about right, except the project is, oh, I apologize. Give me just 1 second.
Yeah.
Wrong project. This is the managerial stuff. That's
Oh
like,
yeah. You got to wear multiple hats these days.
these days, that's pretty much what it is. Please make metadata for sharing on Facebook, Twitter, etc. It's still not on all the pages. I tried to invite people to the people page, and this is what I got. Okay, bug, yes, bug. High priority, Andre, estimated time 4 hours, and then due by tomorrow. Okay, so that's an example. Last thing is, why didn't it? Oh, I see. Okay, so I have to do this. Let me take one more screen. Sorry. We go back to the presentation in a second.
Yeah.
Just, okay, invite person, assign roles, and then choose Facebook. And what I didn't like here is that this doesn't look like a very inviting set of metadata.
Okay.
So I paste this here, and hopefully, yes, there it is. Okay.
Yep.
So now I'll get notified. Oh, so the thing I forgot to do is add myself as a watcher. So I basically do this, add myself here, and now I'll know when. Okay, so this particular piece of software I just used, this piece of software is called Redmine. It's also open source. Okay. And when I go to qbix.com and I press discuss, this particular thing is called discourse. Okay. And so it's important because this piece of discourse is a community that also builds open source software.
Yep.
And so we integrate with them, as you could see here. There's still some integrations we have to do, like here. Discourse doesn't allow you to log in with Google or Facebook when it's inside an iframe. Okay. So it's things we need to improve. But the reason I'm mentioning it is that we've built open source software and spent $1 million, and they also did.
Okay.